This is the Tri-State Time Machine, brought to you by Alex R. White, PLLC, at SueDistractedDriver.com. Each week, your host, Vanessa Hankins, and her guests share memories and stories about the past, the present, and the future of the Tri-State area. That's West Virginia, Kentucky, and the Ohio areas. If you used to live here, or you currently live here, you're going to catch yourself saying out loud, "Wow, I remember that." Now, here's Vanessa.
Hey guys, it's Vanessa. Welcome back to the Tri-State Time Machine, where we explore stories, people, and the movements shaping the future of the Tri-State by understanding where we've come from. And today we're diving into a topic that's changing lives, industries, and even legislation. Goodness, guys, I swear I'm getting these braces off soon and I'm going to be able to talk regular. But first, let me introduce Jason. Jason, hey, how are you?
Hey, good. Good morning, everybody. Today we have a very special guest. Joining us is Matt Peyton, the Huntington native, co-founder of Thrax, a local company with a growing regional presence. We're talking health, hemp, and homegrown entrepreneurship. Matt, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're excited for you to be here.
So I tell you, let's start with kind of like a hometown angle. You're based right here in the Tri-State. What led you to launch Thrax, and what makes this region a good fit for a wellness-focused business?
Yeah, so I graduated from St. Joe in 2010. I'm a Marshall graduate as well, so went to Marshall. So right when COVID hit, funny enough, this is like kind of how we started. So we started with a beer chugging Facebook group, actually.
Oh,
so,
I'm a member of that still.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all the bars closed, and my friend, now partner with Thrax, Nicholas Johnson, we were going to pick up food from Fat Patty's, and it was drive-through only. It had started that. Well, they shut the bars down this night, and everyone was panicking. And we saw another group in Missouri that was chugging beers on live because their bars had shut down. And I remember looking at it, I was like, why don't we just start our own? And so we started this Facebook group, and we said every 100 members we would chug a beer. And like 20 hours later, we had 2,000 members.
Yeah, it went crazy really fast.
Yeah. So that kind of evolved into us selling shirts, and we're like, man, if we can do this, why don't we do something that we know and love? So cannabis came into play. Both of us had worked for several companies and have family members in the cannabis industry between California and Colorado, and we decided to start Thrax. So at the time, the 2018 Farm Bill had passed, and it had a hemp industry part of it. So what that did was it legalized every state to set their own hemp programs, which the definition of hemp is cannabis that has less than 0.3% Delta-9 THC on a dry weight basis in the products. So at the time, we started with making CBD lotion and balms, and we started selling CBD hemp flour, and that's like what started us. Well, we slowly saw some of these big companies come in to not just the Tri-State but on a national basis, selling these other cannabinoids that we weren't familiar with. We just knew cannabis as weed.
Right.
In the past 5 years, I've learned more about cannabis than the rest, any prior knowledge. But
it's your livelihood, so I sure hope so.
Yes. So we've dove in the hemp industry, and the Farm Bill has allowed the plant to just be, researched a lot more, and all the different cannabinoids researched and brought to market. So there's so many different cannabinoids. Some are psychoactive, like Delta-9 THC, Delta-8 THC, and some are mildly psychoactive, like CBN, which is more for sleep, and then CBD specifically is not psychoactive, and it has a lot of anti-inflammatory benefits as well. So we watched, back to what I was saying with these bigger companies, they started selling Delta-8 THC, and at first we spoke with an attorney that we had at the time, and he said, his words to us was, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, like it's going to be shut down. And well, we tried to get into it. Then there was federal guidelines that came down from the DEA. They released an interim final ruling that basically was saying that it was not okay. Well,
it's like superseding the state one. Okay.
So then we decided we didn't have anything to lose and we were just going to do it anyway. and we were like, if these big guys can do it, then we're going to give it a shot. And what's the worst that can happen? We get shut down. Well, that progressed into us starting to make gummies. So Nick had made gummies for many years in Colorado, and we decided to just use that same method, except we'd use Delta 8 THC that we would import from a lab in Colorado, close to where he lived. So we brought that to West Virginia, and after about 6 or 8 months, it actually became financially viable.
Wow,
and
that's impressive.
So I got him to move back. So
yeah.
We have a farm in Mason County, and that's where I call it the farm. We don't actually grow any hemp there, but hopefully one day that's our goal, is to grow cannabis there, whether it's recreational or medical.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But so we started making gummies, and that was about 4 years ago now. So from there, we've done a lot. We've made a lot of products, and I can't believe it's still rolling.
One of those things that you're just like, I don't know how we got here, but here we are.
Yeah. Time has flown by, that's for sure.
Yeah. That's awesome. So you've already told us, what Thrax is. So for anyone that was wondering at home listening, but what makes your product stand out against similar businesses?
Okay, so definitely us being local has helped in like the regional aspect. I think that's been a massive thing, just word of mouth. I think that our name specifically is easy to know. It's a well-known brand, at least regionally,
right.
And it's easy to say.
Absolutely.
And it's also used as basically like a slang term for like good weed. So
okay.
we have heard that term since we were kids, and so we looked into national businesses and no one really had used that word Thrax.
Yeah, that's awesome.
In the cannabis industry specifically. So we've definitely benefited from that group. That definitely helped a lot. And then a lot of local business owners allowing us to be on the shelves next to them. One thing specifically that puts our product next to other ones that makes us stand out is the taste and the texture of our gummies. So I will stand by the fact that our gummies taste very, very good. Sometimes
very flavorful.
Yeah, sometimes dangerously too good. And one time I was driving back from Kentucky, and I ended up eating a few gummies, and I had to let my buddy take over. I was like, dude, I was starving, and I was like, all right, this isn't. I gotta let this slide.
This is not working.
Yeah.
So historically, this region obviously has been known for coal, railroads, and steel and things like that. Now we're seeing industries like wellness, hemp, alternative medicine taking hold. What role do you see that you all as Thrax will be playing in that evolution of this area?
Well, I mean, I hope that we're able to grow, actually grow as far as growing medical cannabis. I would love to be able to grow where we're at our farm and employ more people, make more tax dollars for everyone, and from there just help give back to the community however we can.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I know that there's a lot of confusion. We've talked about confusion a few times, but there's a lot of confusion out there about the difference between CBD, THC, hemp, and cannabis. Can you kind of give us the quick and clever version of the difference in those?
Yeah, so CBD is non-psychoactive cannabinoid. That's the main cannabinoid found when you grow hemp, whereas marijuana itself usually is THC. So high CBD hemp is what's grown usually with the Farm Bill, specifically in West Virginia. So there's a lot of different definitions legally state to state. West Virginia is a total THC state, so we define hemp as less than 0.3% total THC. So we add Delta 9 THC and THCA. And so there's an equation there. Other states have THCA. So THCA is a non-psychoactive form of THC, and it has to be heated to turn into delta-9 THC. So West Virginia, or if you go across the border, you see a lot of THCA flower. That is not allowed in West Virginia because of that equation. CBD is allowed here, along with all these other cannabinoids like delta-8 THC. Delta-8 THC is about half as psychoactive as delta-9 THC, and I know this is getting into a lot of semantics and just
you're fine. I'm like really enthralled and I'm very impressed.
Yeah. So delta-8 is one of those cannabinoids that was legalized with the language of the 2018 Farm Bill. So CBD non-psychoactive, THC psychoactive, and cannabis itself is everything under the sun. I mean, everything. The cannabis plant produces both those, along with 50 other cannabinoids.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's really cool going into the future, just how much the plant is being unlocked through just the evolution of the free market. So
in addition, I guess, to that question, what does growth look like for Thrax? What do you think's next?
Well, we're going to keep trying to expand. Right now, we sell to like over a dozen states. We have retailers in, and we ship to over 30 states. It depends on the legality, but on a regular basis, we ship to like at least 30 states in consumers.
That's impressive, yeah.
So if you are a user of any type of cannabis products, we can shout out a coupon code at the end for
sweet
for the
guys.
podcast.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
Thank
we ship usually Monday through Thursday. We try not to ship on Friday, specifically during these hot summer months, because gummies are not very friendly with
the heat.
Yeah, and we've been having this issue for 5 years now, and my buddy got some gummy vitamins in the mail, like from a national brand. It was like for hair growth,
right?
Like biotin gummies, and they came in the mail the other day, and he was like, "Look at this," and they were just melted in there. I was like, "Oh, we're not the only ones having this problem."
Yeah, absolutely.
And their answer was, "Don't order it again until after summer." And I was like, "Wow, they just don't care." Like we're like actively trying to insulate and use cool packs in all of our packages, and so far so good. We just tried a new method. It's working really well. We found a digital thermometer. Not to go off too much, but we found these little USB stick thermometers that you turn on and you can put inside of a package, and then when you receive the package, you can plug it in, and it will show you every 10 minutes what the temperature inside the package was.
Cool.
So we were curious, like all packages, if I'm shipping from Mason County or Huntington, if I'm shipping it to a Huntington address, it goes to Charleston, then comes back to Huntington.
Yeah.
So we're like, where is the point of melting? Where is the heat? So that allowed us to figure out how well our cool packs were doing, because we sent one without, one with, and we got to see where or what time, and we tried to match it with the tracking, like where is it?
Yeah.
What time did it go, and how well did the installation work? So today I'm shipping a package from Huntington to Charleston. My buddy in Charleston, I'm going to send him two, and we're going to see what happens with those, what the temperature
That's so
goes
cool,
to.
and I'm just like very impressed, like for consumers, that you guys care enough about getting the product to them in the form that it was intended.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I think
because I've ordered a lot of vitamins and stuff like that, like you said, the biotin and things like that, and usually you get it from Amazon or anywhere like that, you're shit out of luck. They don't care.
Yeah.
That's your problem, not theirs.
Yeah, we're usually pretty good about replacing people's stuff, but we try to avoid that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's super cool.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, do you see this as part of a bigger shift, like as far as, people eventually moving here towards natural wellness and entrepreneurship?
Yeah, I think cannabis could play a massive role in tourism, specifically in areas like the New River Gorge, or we have such a beautiful state with so many state parks and so many landmarks. Seneca Rocks, Blackwater Falls. The list goes on. So, if you look at areas that have recreational cannabis specifically like Colorado with their massive outdoor scene, it definitely has played a massive as part of their tourism.
Absolutely.
And I think that in our space, the hemp space, it's allowed a lot of people like us to get into it without as much red tape, whereas the medical and recreational marijuana companies have billions of dollars in lobbyists and a lot of crazy licensing. With us being a West Virginia company, they make it extremely easy for us, the West Virginia Department of Agriculture. We just have to pay $1,000 a year for our license, and then we have to register all of our products per SKU, which is capped at $1,000. So actually, that's all we have to pay every year. There's also a retail sales tax that retailers have to build into the price of all the hemp products, but most of our sales are all wholesale. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really neat. So we already talked about what was next for Thrax. Let's talk a little bit about where people can find your products in the area or the products themselves.
Mm-hmm. So most of our products, or our entire product line, can be found at Stogie's. It can be found at Lulu's. It can be found tons of different gas stations. 31st Street Marathon. It can be found Lulu Mart in the West End. Mr. Smoke. Most smoke shops in general have our products, and a lot of smaller gas stations around here. Mm-hmm. One of the cooler stores we got in was Jungle Gyms in Cincinnati.
Cool. Yeah, so, that is really cool.
Yeah, we were a big fan of them, so that was really cool to be on their shelves. We're also in tons of different distributors. Locally, we're in Q&I Wholesale out of Canal City. We're in Goldsmith Sidner in Huntington. Lane Wholesale out of Catlettsburg. So, but then the best way to get our products directly would be from our website, Yeah. And like I said, we ship directly, usually Monday through Thursday. So if you get an order in, chances are if it's in the morning, it's going to go out that day. So that's probably the best way to get our products is probably from our website.
You think so?
Do you think you all will ever maybe open a storefront and do direct sales, or do you like the way things are now?
Still in my questions, Jason. Come on.
So we've thought about that, but this area has just been saturated with vape stores and smoke shops, and there's only one pie, and they're already doing that job for us. So I think the time has passed for us to do that as it stands, because we're not really interested in having a brick and mortar the way it stands right now. Now, if we were able to have a dispensary, sure, we would love to open a dispensary. But the Office of Medical Cannabis they haven't opened any applications for a long time, like 5 years.
Oh, wow.
So, but the end goal is to just from seed to consumer. We would love to be able to grow and process and manufacture all of our stuff in-house. So in the future, I would love to have a brick and mortar dispensary, but as it stands right now, us just being a hemp company, I don't think we have any plans on opening a brick and mortar.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I'm all out of questions because you asked my last one. You're like in my brain.
I've got actually one more.
Yeah.
Do you?
What is your most popular product, and is there
something
like a rare product that maybe people just don't know that much about yet?
So our most popular product is probably our 30-count variety bag. So it's 30, 40 milligram Delta 8 gummies, and that seems to be over the past 2 years our number one selling. We've started just calling it the daily dose. That's like what actually AI came up with that.
Your monthly supply.
Yeah, I was actually used AI to make a sales sheet, and it started calling it that, and it stuck.
Yeah.
So that's our number one. Now our one of our newest products is our Relax and Recharge gummies. So they have 20 milligrams of Delta 9 THC, 20 milligrams of CBN, and 20 milligrams of CBD. And that's my personal favorite product. They're blueberry flavored, and they are excellent. If you eat a half of one of those gummies, it's extremely good for sleep. And and we've had great feedback from them. So that's maybe a more rare one because it's newer and not everyone has picked it up yet. Because it's a little bit more expensive, but that's my favorite product.
But when that's the aim, that's having the option is phenomenal.
Yeah. People, we get feedback all the time. I mean, people are from all ages. Specific on our website, I think our majority of our customers, like almost 60%, are over the age of 40.
Oh, okay.
And
I wouldn't have guessed
a
that.
lot of women. So I've got customers. I've got a lady in Ohio who's 85 years old who actively. She has my phone number now.
Yeah,
and she ordered. Yeah. So she wanted. I think she emailed us through our wholesale page, and I thought it was a store. And she just wanted to figure out a way. What's the easiest way to do this? Just take my credit card over the phone. And I'm not recommending to do that, but I helped her out, and I've done that with her to place orders. But
people need a little extra help sometimes.
Yeah.
Above and beyond.
Yeah. So
I love that.
She actually lives in a retirement community, and she is providing our gummies to everyone.
Throwing a party?
Yeah, she gets them for all her girlfriends there.
I love that.
Yeah. So, but going back, so I'm going to backtrack a little bit. So with what got us into it, I kind of forgot all about this. I'm going to
that was going to be my next question as we were sitting here talking, is how you got into this.
Yeah. So my mother had MS, and Nick's mom has MS, and we have both seen their benefit of using CBD prior to Thrax.
Right. And
that definitely has been a motivating factor with watching us help other people. So, just like that woman I was talking about, or there's a woman, a friend of ours, a friend of mine, her mother's best friend is in hospice right now, and apparently she's dealing with colon or pancreatic cancer, and she's on a morphine drip, and apparently she's been giving her our gummies, like helping her sleep every night. And actually later today I'm taking her some to give to her, and it's good that that's able to provide a little bit of relief, especially towards a terrible time of life. But not even just that, it's just the regular everyday wellness and just being happy living. People with arthritis, just aches and pains. But a big thing is sleep. We always hear that. Sleep.
Absolutely.
Our products allow people to relax and just get a good night's rest. And you gotta be careful with your doses, though, because you may sleep a little too much.
Right. Well, that's what I was going to tell you. The way I found out about Thrax, it was about 3 years ago, I think. And could have been 2. For my brain doesn't function real well. When you're a mom of 2 kids, you lose track of time. But my chiropractor was telling me about how when her father was in end-of-life care, they had used your products for his comfort. And that's how I first learned of the company. So I thought that was really awesome that you guys are playing such a big role in many lives in that way. I think that's something else.
Yeah. I really appreciate you telling me about that.
You're welcome.
I've heard that a decent amount of times now. I mean, the list goes on and on. Specifically, that loved ones that are no longer with us that were able to use our products towards the end of to help with their pain.
Yeah.
And the ages go from 20s to 80s, obviously. And it's pretty cool to just see us make a difference, on the side of everything.
All right, absolutely. And to see that it's so universal lets you know you're doing something right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's really cool. All right. Well, I am actually out of questions for real this time. Do you have any more, Jay?
No, my only thing that I would like to get to our general public out there, how would you describe anything that would kind of help heal some misconceptions of this industry?
Okay. So I think that the era of reefer madness and whatnot is obviously always looming over us, and there's just the misconception of people that using drugs, this is drug use, this is stoners, blah, blah, blah. Well, there's tons of active members of your community that you don't even realize that are actively using cannabis. And due to the stigma, specifically, you know, more in our region than, you know, say Colorado. So I think that responsible use is key, just like anything else. And I think that there's absolutely no difference between someone going home and drinking a 6-pack of beer and popping a gummy. I think it isn't addictive. It doesn't destroy your brain like alcohol does. So I'm all about letting people do what they want to do, and the government not getting in the way. So I think that I'm not sure how we're going to move forward from that, but I think that with people seeing it being used to help people, just like in those end-of-life situations, or whether it's a little girl who has seizures using CBD drops to help with seizures. And I think going forward with, just as states are progressively, you know, changing the laws, we're seeing the hemp industry, for instance, 2 states, Texas and Florida, they voted to kill their hemp industry. And both of their governors vetoed it. DeSantis and Abbott both vetoed it. Abbott last week vetoed it. And this is massive because Texas and Florida are the 2 biggest markets in the United States. And so we're seeing the tax dollars come in, billions of tax dollars from hemp. It's projected to be larger than the medical and cannabis, or medical and recreational markets combined, the hemp industry, projected to be larger by 2030. And I think that once people see the tax dollars rolling in, I think that helps a lot, change people's opinion. Because for the tri-state, as an example, the tri-state, according to the DEA, is a high-intensity drug trafficking area. So there's like 30 of those in the United States. Well, whether people want to believe it or not, there are hundreds of millions of dollars of illegal cannabis that have flown through this area for many years. And it would be cool to be able to keep that money here versus that money coming from Oregon, Washington, California, Michigan, Ohio, Florida, everywhere else, coming here and then leaving there. It'd be cool to be able to hold that money here, keep the jobs here, and just tax it, because no matter what, the demand isn't going to go anywhere. It's going to continually be where it's at and rise. And I think moving forward, if we could just have a little bit more common sense as far as regulations, obviously keeping away from kids, no one's advocating for that, packaging guidelines, but I think just in the past decade, I've watched the narrative shift a lot, even from my own grandmother. You know, her seeing my family members, like her nieces and nephews who are in their 60s, seeing them buy our products, you know. It's definitely helped change the narrative, but I think just education's key, so that's something we try to do on a regular basis, is answer anyone's questions.
Absolutely. And what a cool feeling to get it from your own family like that. That's when it means the most. It's like, yeah, cool, bro, like your uncle's brother's cousin likes it, but no, my grandma is down with it now. So that's pretty cool. She's definitely changed the narrative. She tried a gummy once, and she ate like a corner of a star, and she's like, "That made me dizzy." That's her saying for a lot of things. If it's bourbon or if it's made me dizzy, I don't like it. But that's cute.
She's a warrior, though. She had like 2 feet of her large intestine removed, or small intestine. I don't know.
Wow.
No, small intestine. But and she didn't take one pain pill. She had this massive, incision. I mean, it was insane. I was like, I don't understand how
my grandmother was like that. Like, she wouldn't even take, like, aspirin or Advil, you know, things like that.
That's crazy.
These women were built different. They really were.
They really were. But, all of our products, to go back to just locally sourced and whatnot. So we manufacture everything in Mason County. We're in Ashton. And all of our raw material, as far as our distillate, our infused ingredients, comes from a company in Colorado, and most of their biomass is sourced from Oregon and Kentucky. West Virginia, our hemp laws, going back to that THCA thing, hasn't been the friendliest state to grow hemp in due to that regulation. Mm-hmm. So we've watched the spreadsheet from the Department of Agriculture for hemp growers go from like 10 pages, and now it's 1 page.
Oh, wow.
Because a lot of people got into it and thought it was a gold mine, and quickly realized these other states were already set up for it.
Right.
And ready to flip the switch. So.
Right.
But yeah.
So, going into the business, yourself and your partner, were you guys the first in the area, or were there?
I don't know if I want to say we're the first, but there may be like one other company.
That's what I was curious. How many that there? Yeah.
Now, regionally, there's more. Mm-hmm. Like, there's 1, 2. I mean, but I guess based out of Huntington, technically.
It's just you guys?
Yeah, and someone listening to this is going to say, no, that's not. But I'm pretty sure as far as like what's actively on the shelves in the stores that I see every day.
Right, for sure.
I don't see many West Virginia brands even.
That's the thing. You all are so
right.
You're everywhere.
Mm. Yeah, and you really are everywhere.
If there is someone else, they're not doing what you're doing.
Yeah, we're trying.
Well, you're doing it.
Locally,
so,
you
guys are doing it. And we hear nothing but great things, and we're so thankful that you came on the show with us today.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate the opportunity. Now, back to that code.
Yes, absolutely. For you guys at home.
We'll just make it Time Machine.
Time Machine, that works.
Time Machine. If you use code Time Machine at Thrax CBD, THRAX CBD.com, Time Machine, it'll give you 25% off and free shipping.
Yes, that's massive. Thank you. Guys at home, that's awesome. Yeah, absolutely. And you can send them my way if you don't want them. It's whatever.
Oh, yeah, and also I've got some products to give you guys, too, so.
Oh, look at the packaging.
Yeah, so we've got some of our Relax and Recharge. I've got a couple variety packs. We have a sour variety, a regular variety. And then we have a newer product, our Meteorites, which are strawberry gummies with gummy clusters, we're calling them. But they have nerds embedded into them.
So I get why a lot of your purchases, your customers, are ladies. Your packaging is so vibrant. Vibrant. We love it.
This one's like a little far for us. This one's like a real Barbie-ish.
I love it, though.
But yeah, we started doing these bags. We had tubes for a long time, but we started doing these bags. It was a lot cheaper.
They're awesome.
It's better on the environment,
the packaging's awesome. We'll, when we post this episode, we'll have some photos and stuff like that for you guys to see everything.
Yeah. You guys give those to future guests, give them to your friends, family, whatever.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Thank you. We appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you for coming on the show today.
Yeah.
Seriously, I encourage everyone to go get your all's product, follow your product, do all the things, and follow the science that you all are doing. It's great stuff.
I was going to say, if anyone is interested in all that, it's all on your website, right? Like you've got all this information available.
Yeah,
so
if we're on Facebook. Just it's facebook.com/ThraxCBD, Instagram.com/ThraxTHC, and then our website, ThraxCBD.com. But if anyone has any questions or comments, feel free to message me on Facebook or message our page, email us.
Absolutely.
We'll be happy to answer.
I love that, like, you guys have the down home vibe. You're like, just find me on Facebook. It's fine. Just bother me. I don't care.
Yeah, and then also if anyone comments, I'll be watching. If anyone comments on your guys' page, I'll answer anyone's questions.
All right, awesome. That's
Anything
cool.
you ever need out of us, seriously, come back.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome anytime.
For sure.
All right, guys, we are out of here.
Thanks for listening to the Tri-State Time Machine, brought to you by Alex R. White, PLLC, at SueDistractedDriver.com. If you have a memory you want Vanessa to talk more about, just send her an email at tstm@mail.com or post a comment on the Tri-State Time Machine Facebook page. Did you like the episode? Be sure to share it with friends and family. It's the only way we can continue this fun work that we do. You can find a link in the show notes that you can use to share it. And be sure to let our sponsors know you like the podcast as well. Their contact information can be found in this episode's show notes.